Are you ready for the topic?
Yes.
Mm. So talking about video and how video can help you as a professional tarot reader. As an example, what I did was I put up a couple of websites and
Mm.
I want to show you guys this. Oh boy. I'm trying to deal with the technology here. Okay, let me bring up I want to get the right website first to show you guys. We're going to hit share. And can you see that California Psychics?
Yeah.
Now, not everybody reads on a service, but I'm just doing this as an example. And boy, they updated their website. I really like their website. Obviously, I build websites for a living, so I'm kind of big into that. Well, what do you notice? I mean, oops, I just messed up there. California Psychics. There we go. Um, you just got pictures of people and their first name.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can make a connection through a picture, but and this one, she looks so great. It looks almost like AI to me.
A little too perfect, right?
Yes, but all the websites are like this. And if you have a website or even your social media, if you're not doing video yet, what you're doing is you have the static pictures of yourself. Even if you're sharing dozens of pictures of your life, that's a better connection like
Hmm.
like on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and so forth like that. What you want to do though to build a thriving tarot business is you want to have folks get to know you, like you, and then they will trust you. And that's when they'll get a reading with you. You got to have the know, like, and trust. Will everybody
Right.
like you? Absolutely not. Everybody's not going to like you. That doesn't matter. You only need that 2% of people that connect with you to be your clients, because that's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of people will connect with you. I mean, I've seen YouTube channels with 150,000 uh,
Wow.
people on it, and all they do is face down tarot readings, looking down, and they do a banging business doing readings for people, paid
Hmm.
readings, because they get their personality and reading style out there. You can't get that from going to a static website. Let's say we go to your website and all that's on there is a picture of you and hey, start a session with me. Video will let you uh connect with your potential clients. That's what it's all about. Putting things out about yourself. Oh wait, I have notes I got to bring up that some ideas, things you want to do. So I want to show you this website, and then I also want to show you a random and the difference between the two. Yeah, these images are static right now. The website used to be different, where all the video was running. Now, when you hover your on some of them, it is you can
There'll be a little movement. Yeah.
you can bring it up. Um, a random came out a while ago, and in fact, 15 years ago, 15 to 20, um, something like that. Let me say 14, 13 years ago, the Tarot Guild was really big on helping getting people onto a random because they did video. And I'm not
Hmm.
talking, when I say doing video, I'm not talking about they buy a session from you and you go on video. Yes, that is part of it, right? But what I'm talking about is how a random does it differently than California Psychics and all the other websites like Keen and Kasamba and everything like that. Is their readers, not all of them, but uh, for the most part, as you can see, these people are live right now. They are in their rooms. Some of them are offline. I haven't refreshed the page, so but yeah. And so when you see someone on here that you are are intuitive about. And see, that's the thing. I think I put in my notes something about nuance and tone. Let's see. Uh, Clients choose readers based on intuition, just like we do readings. They feel a connection. So
Right.
if I click on one of these, it takes you to their page, and hopefully I clicked on ooh, the video is taking forever to come up here. I'm not seeing. Let me try a different one here. Let's try this one. And you can see now a lot of times they're just sitting there. And this is what's happened on Aranum, where the readers have gotten very lazy. When Aranum really was getting going, and we were getting a lot of our folks, our members onto Aranum, people were doing full shows like Rose and I are doing right now in their room on Aranum. And they were doing, pull cards and things like that, and teaching little mini lessons on different cards or different ways of reading, doing people's numerology, maybe giving them a little taste with their life path number or something like that. And then the potential clients watching, they would click the button and take you into a reading.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really cool about Random is you can click around to all these different people and watch their videos. You can ask them questions in the room, and then they'll talk to you. You can get to know how they. Oh, she's actually talking and doing a show. That's the way you're supposed to do it, folks.
Yeah.
Supposed to do it like this. Hey. She saw me come in and she's actually saying hello.
That's nice.
Just a minute, maybe a minute and a half. Well, then you can be.
That's really cool. little behind the scenes there, and she actually saw my name. It's really cool. So I'm not suggesting you go on around, although you could. But what I'm saying is that video will get people to know, like, and trust you. And you want to have a video channel. I suggest having a channel on YouTube. And if you're a little, how should I put it?
Shy?
A little shy or nervous about doing it, you can join us on the channel. If you're a member of the guild, all the Zoom links to all these shows, in addition to joining us in the chat on YouTube, everyone can do that. But you can come on Cam and Mike and get your feet wet doing this. It's one of the perks of being a member of the guild. So you join the guild, and then you'll get put into the private members group on Facebook, and there's a post on there that has all of the Zoom links, so you can join us every week. We do this every Sunday, sometimes Saturday and Sunday. And for 2026, Rose, I might be bringing back weekday shows and week evening shows.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, because I want to do lives on Facebook. And so in addition to doing our regular YouTube stuff, we're going to pop in on Instagram. We're going to pop in on our Facebook groups like the Tarot Guild. If you're not a member of the group yet, 600, I can't say it, 6,600 people. Go over there and join the Facebook group. So some other things, I got some notes here. Eye contact. Look into the lens, and the secret is you pretend you're talking to your best friend or a friend of yours or a family member or something like that. You want to connect, and even through pre-recorded video that they're watching on your channel, they can feel your energy right through the camera. So you don't want to try to pretend you're on stage talking to an audience of 500, 10,000 people. You want that one perfect client. And the best way to
Mhm.
do it is take out that piece of paper and pen we were just talking about earlier, take out a new piece of paper, start
Yeah.
writing down what is your perfect client? Who do you like to work with? What's their personality like? You know,
Mhm.
you don't like the tire kicker type people. What's the people that's the perfect client like? And
Mhm.
what are they going to ask you about? You know, after you've done a bunch of readings, you'll get a sense for, I'm better at talking about career. I'm better at talking about love and romance. I'm better at talking about finances. Uh, what is your niche, right? And write out a short paragraph. I want to work with women between the ages of 45 and 55 that um, own their own business, or are new mothers, or are well, that wouldn't be new mothers, but it'd be younger than that. But you get where I'm going. I'm struggling to give you examples. You have to come up with this. It's your avatar. You come up with this avatar. You come up, write this paragraph of exactly the kind of person that you want to work with, and then when you talk to the camera, you're talking to one person, that avatar. Okay, eye contact, tone. You know, another way of, like, when you're working with the client through video, why video is really great is facial expressions and voice. So you pull out the 10 of swords. It's a lot different in a video than text. Let's say you're sending an email reading. It's much better if you hold up, like the five of wands right here is, like maybe there's an argument, squabbling going on, infighting, and but one of the scarier cards, like the devil card, comes up, or the hanged man, or um 10 of swords,
Mhm.
like Rose just got earlier. Through the inflection of your voice and the look of your eyes and how you're talking to the person, it's you're able to show empathy and sensitivity, which you can't do in text. It's more
Right.
difficult doing on a phone reading. It's more difficult. It's very difficult text, like an email reading. So that's another reason why, to do video. Give some samples. So what do I do in my videos on YouTube? We're not talking about what we're doing right here, a live that's going for an hour. We're talking about, you go on for 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 2 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. You keep it really short. Do a collective reading, do a pick a card. uh Teach the why, explain how you interpret a card, show your expertise.
Mhm.
And what that does, it moves you from being just a fortune teller to being a knowledgeable guide. that's
Right.
that's what you want to come across. And then do some behind the scenes things. How do you set up your ritual space? How do you cleanse your deck? How do you prepare for clients?
Mhm.
What are all the things you include in a reading? And that way you're building trust by showing professionalism and care. What other
And
things?
that I was
Yeah.
gonna say, it's you're reminding me of a conversation, several conversations we've had here on the live streams and whatnot. Is you're not just what do you call it, a fortune teller. You're really helping people, and what you want to think about. It's almost like having the mindset of a life coach. You
Yes.
can have certain themes about, okay, so not that you would want to spill the beans about any particular client. Well, you could say, I had a reading for this client and this is what came up, etc. And I would just want to let you guys know, you know, A, B, C, or D, when you're at, or you could even talk about how people should ask questions. Or if you have a really specific topic that you want to talk about, like we do here on the live stream, you can do that in video as well. And it's just an opportunity for people to be able to get to know you and make a connection. And as Dax said earlier, not everybody's going to like you, and that's okay.
Mhm.
But doing
Yeah.
video really helps them to understand, okay, who is this person? You know,
Mhm.
people are not choosing a reading just because they love tarot cards. They're choosing a reading because they somehow connect with the reader.
Right. Right. Yeah. And there's a lot there. You mentioned about, what questions to ask. And, that's a big one right there. In fact, we just did a whole show on that,
Right.
and 100 different questions to ask. And we're going to do a show coming up soon about lead magnets 101. And one of the lead magnets you can make up is a list of questions and a video included where you explain, and also in text underneath explain how to ask questions, and so forth like that. We're doing a whole show on that. Other things you could do is like deck flip throughs, unboxings. You can show the card stock quality. For instance, this is not card stock, it's PVC material. These are waterproof cards.
Wow.
You can bend them however you want to bend them, and they will pop right back into place.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
You can do a reading in the pool.
you can do a reading. That could be your shtick.
That's right.
Come up with a shtick. Actually, we talked about this on shows years ago, even now, and we said someone could be, the shower tower reader, the bathtub tower reader. So you're in a bathtub, you got the bubbles, and you got the candles going, lining across the tub. You're sitting in the tub, you got your waterproof cards, and you're doing you filming video. You have a tripod set up with your camera, and you're videoing yourself doing these readings. It doesn't have to be that, but anything like that makes you different from other people is going to make you stand out on these videos.
Just be sure, if you're going to do the hot tub thing, just be sure you have a swimsuit on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it becomes a different kind of video.
Yeah. And then you have, and then you make it a bubble bath, so they don't even know you're in a swimsuit.
Right. There you go.
let them use their imagination. But yeah, flip through decks. If you have a Learn Tarot course like I do, teach one specific little thing out of your course, a high value concept, or parts of your course. You can make videos on that. Merchandise showcase. Do you sell crystals, tarot bags, candles, different things like that? Or even if you don't sell them and you use them in your practice, you can show off, like I can sit here and show off tarot bags and, tell the story about how the co-founder of the Tarot Guild went to the Reader's Studio and got this personally from Ciro Marchetti for me way back in like 2004, 2005.
That is so cute. I like the tarot cat.
Yeah, the tarot cat. I mean, that could be your shtick. You can do faceless videos. I don't recommend that because you want them to get to know and like you. But there are people that have their camera, they use their phone, and they face it down, and they have it's out of frame. They call that out of frame, and they have a holder from Amazon you get for $19, right? And they're showing face down, the cards lined up, right? And all you see is their hands and their fingernails. And a lot of them go, they spend $150 on fingernails.
I know, it's crazy.
And that's
unfortunately, my fingers.
Yeah, that's me too, right? That's their shtick is every few weeks, they're doing different videos and they have different fingernails, anything like that can make you be different from the next person, right? Let's see, evergreen answers. So make YouTube videos on things like, what does it mean if you keep seeing the Tower card? Just do a little 5-minute video on that, 5-8 minutes. I'm trying to think here. Let's see if I missed anything. So, that's the thing to remember. YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world. YouTube is owned by Google. Google is obviously the biggest search engine. The second biggest search engine is YouTube. It's not
Right.
just what you think YouTube is. People go on YouTube and they type in questions like, what does it mean when you keep seeing the tower card? And see, if you verbatim have that in your title, in your description, in your keywords, then when people search these different things, think of, if I was a non-tarot reader and I'm looking for information, what questions would I put in? And then do a video about it. Also, the big one, go see what everybody else is doing. You do not have to recreate the wheel. Your personality will set you off as, your own brand from everybody else, even if you're doing very similar videos. I'm going to be completely different from Rose. Oh, she's over. I don't know where she is. On my screen, she's above me because I don't have it pulled out like that. But
Right.
on YouTube, she's usually on one side or the other. But yeah, someday we have to be in studio together. That'd be so cool. So you want to set yourself apart with your personality, and don't worry about recreating the wheel. Start doing searches on various, tarot itself, tarot readings, and a bunch of other terms and questions like I just gave you. Do a lot of searches, watch these videos, watch these people. What do they do? What are they doing wrong? As well as what are they doing right? Copy
Right.
what they're doing right, fix what they're doing wrong. Do they have a terrible, I mean, mine's not great. My I forget what they call that, the
Background.
the background space. You want to have a nice background space, even if it's a big drapery thing that you put. I used to have one that was like stars and moons and had the zodiac, even though I don't do astrology. That's what everybody connects with.
Right. Right.
So that's all you saw. That was my background, when I was doing a random. That's when I was doing a random. I like more natural. In fact, when we before we started the show, Rose had on a virtual background, which is perfectly fine. You can use a virtual background. I told her, turn it off for a second. I want to see. And her background that you're seeing right now with her window and her lamp, and you can see the ceiling
Part of the beams, the ceiling beams.
the
Yeah.
beams, that looks so much better to me. That's so natural. And by the way, that's a big thing on YouTube now, is they're looking for the natural. Okay.
Yeah.
They want you to be, they want to be able to connect with you. You want to be an everyday person. You don't want to have all these jump cuts and editing in your videos and stuff like that. You want to be really natural. You want to be scratching your shoulder, rubbing your
Right.
nose, don't edit everything out. Be a real person. That's what they want. Let me see if I missed anything else. So before they book, the big takeaway is they need to hear your voice. They need to see your face. They need to see your expressions. And
Right.
the people that will connect with you will connect with you. And then there's the trust gap, the scams, uh all the other things, the skepticism, even fear of bad news. Whether they're going to book with you, they're thinking, oh yeah, but what about if I get bad news? If you explain that tarot reading doesn't have to be fortune telling, and
Right.
you can change your future, you can make different choices going forward. Even if I pull a card, a set of cards, and predict a certain outcome for you, if you stay on the trajectory you're on right now, you have free will. You can make different choices. If you do a little 5-minute video explaining and taking some of the sting, some of the fear out, using video to bridge the gap, energy, empathy, and expertise. See, a static picture, even a whole website that you've put up with your static pictures and your description of you and about me section and about my readings and stuff like that, you're just not going to bridge the gap. There's a different, your expertise and your empathy and your energy come through through video. So I'm
Mhm.
not saying not have a website, and I'm not saying don't have an about section, don't have explain your readings. Do that in text. And then here's a little trick too for doing videos. Put your text up. Like I just use the camera on my computer here. You know, I'm not high tech yet. I haven't bought a $5,000 camera, right? And on the screen here, you can have a teleprompter. There's apps that will teleprompt it for you, or if you can read it all in one paragraph or something, or a couple, 2, 3 paragraphs, you can have it right on the screen. Look at the camera, talking to the camera, and you're just reading. And so, write out your text, put the text on your about page about you, your readings page about your readings, but put a video above it of you reading that.
Hmm.
And you're going to come across. So basically what I'm saying here, let me do this. I'm going to throw us under the bus. Okay, so even we're not doing this properly, and we need to get around to doing that. So I'm going to share my screen again really quickly. Here we are on our readings page. Okay, and let's pick on Rose. We're going to go to Rose's page here, and Rose has really great text on here. In fact, you know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, like I said. Uh, I was making up Michelle's page. I took some of your text, I put it in AI, and I told AI to change it, and
Hey.
I just took that and put it onto Michelle's page over here.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So some of the stuff, not all of it, but a little bit of what's here, a line
Mhm.
or two actually came from your page. It's just reworded by Gemini,
Right.
you know, or you can use Chat GPT or whatever you want to use. Um, but really, you come on this page here, the very first thing they see should be a video of you.
Hmm.
You know, I'll take this and I'll put it down here. Let's go over to your page, Rose, because we're talking to you. Michelle's in the audience. Well, you know, move this down here. By the way, you should take all of this off and just have the background of this image
Okay.
and make that your virtual background behind you.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's a good,
Yeah,
okay. I think I can do that. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. And so they hit your page, Rose, and there's a video here, and you want to show how you feel about working with your clients, show
Mm.
empathy, develop trust, talk about, you know, your reading style, how you deliver readings, um, how you work as a life coach, and you're just using tarot as a tool. I'm not saying this is you. I'm saying that, you know,
Right.
if that's how you work, you would explain, you know, okay, I use tarot as a tool, and you know, I'm not a fortune teller, I'm not predicting the future. You might not say knots, you might figure out a way to turn that into I do this
Right.
instead, you know. But just do a 5-minute video introducing yourself. Hi, I want to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Rose Wilkerson, world famous mystic tarot path, tarot reader. Yeah.
Right.
however
We're both
you
famous on YouTube.
however you want to do it. And then, you
Right.
know, yeah, get a video on there. And by the way, I'm guilty of this too. You know, I mean, let's go to my page, which is, you know, boring as heck. It's just me. I got links to all my social media. I talk a little bit about the radio show or the YouTube live shows because, you know, that's my big thing. And I want to let
Mm.
people know, hey, if you want a free mini reading, come to the show. And don't worry, everybody in the audience, we still have time to take a question or two before the end of the show. But I talk about my services. They're on sale for the fall right now. Normally $99, 67 right now. You can book now. And I talk a little bit about numerology and how I do these custom numerology reports. They're handcrafted by me. They include your full 9-number chart and a detailed report, and they can order one right from me right on here. But if I was explaining this in a video, it would sound a lot better. It would work a lot better. Not
That's a really good idea to have video intros for that. That makes a lot of sense. And then
absolute.
more than just a static picture,
Yeah, even on the readings page itself, we could we could uh take this image here and swap it out for a video where
Mhm.
myself and a few others of us, maybe we can get together and record one that it's like Hollywood Squares has all of us on there, and we just pop on there and we say exactly what's here on the page. Get to know our certified tarot professionals and connect with experienced guild certified tarot professionals for insightful readings tailored to your needs. Just make up a short script that, like 2 minutes, and
Right.
and we just, pop up there and just say, hey, click on any of our pictures or names below and go over to our page and get to know us. And then when they click and go to your page, there's a video that's longer where you explain your readings. And not just that, but also, like, for instance, um, we should have a video here in the join the guild section. In fact, I could put a video over here and move all this over to the right. And it's like, because people read these bullet points, but they don't get the full gist of the feeling of why they should join the guild. And I know I'm talking about our website and the Tarot Guild right now and tarotbiz.com, but this translates to everybody else and why video can help you as a tarot reader, because you can have all this and bullet points and what you do for people in text on your website. But if you can explain it, they get a little taste of what you sound like, what because they're watching a video, and you're probably going to do a video teleconference, through Zoom or something with them to deliver their reading. They get an idea, it's not going to be the first time for them. They're going to feel like they've already done this before. They're going to be more comfortable in the reading. So yeah, I want to do a video where I describe all that, because it looks great and they can read each individual line. But what does that mean that we do live mentoring and coaching every week? And so explaining this out, and also, membership certificate in the video, I could pop up a picture of the membership. I can't talk. The membership certificate, to show them what it looks like, and then take it down. And down here, when we talk about professional certification, show them the certificate, pop it down, and just describe all these things. Take them over to the private members group, take them over to our main Facebook group, where you get pre-approval to post when you're a member, as an example. And a lot of these other pages, like my course page, I could have myself on here talking about the course, and how it's different from other courses and stuff like that. So you guys get the gist, though,
Yes, yes.
what I'm talking about there. Let's see if I missed anything else. Actionable steps. So,
So
start with some pick a card readings, do some educational shorts for authority, day in the life vlogs.
why is my camera off? Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, there you are.
What was going on with that?
That's another one, Rose. A day in the life of a tarot reader.
Tarot reader. That's true.
Yeah, have a behind the scenes. You get pre-approval with, say, 2 or 3 clients that say, "Oh, I don't mind," and they're there on your screen on your laptop, and you're filming you getting filmed doing a reading with a client, and pulling cards and laying them out and everything like that. I've never seen anybody do that. I'm sure someone has, but I've personally never seen anything. So if you have any questions about this, or if you're confused, or you want or you have some great ideas, put them in the chat. And we've got a couple of minutes left here. I know there was a question. Tarot and Meditations came in. Hello. Which I think the people with the fingernails are actually doing ASMR with the sounds of the nails clicking not my thing, but I think that probably draws a lot of people in. Yeah, some of them are doing it as ASMR, but a lot of them are not. A lot of them have these channels where they're doing just face down readings, not for to be ASMR,
Right.
although it can still be that, but because they want to give you a taste. It's like the drug dealer on the corner, and give you little dime bags.
Right.
That's basically they have 150,000 subscribers, which,
Yeah.
by the way, while I'm thinking about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like, because I always forget every show. I forget to say, please subscribe, subscribe to the channel, because we don't have anywhere near that. But yeah, these people got 50,000, 150,000, 100,000, and you don't need that many, 20,
Right.
10, and they're doing a banging business, doing paid readings on the side, because people watch these videos and then they go in the comments or the links or whatever, and they click and they go and they buy a reading from them because they see how good
Yeah.
they are uh doing these videos.
There are people who are doing nothing but showing their hands in the
Yes.
cards, and that's
Yeah.
it. And I've seen this quite a long time ago. People who were doing that, you never saw their face, and they would have at least tens of thousands of people who were watching or clicking like or viewers and whatnot of the video. So it's up to you. You could do faceless, of course, if you just want to
Mhm.
show your hands or your face while you're talking about a topic, or you can do a combination of the two. Some people do that as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.